Hi, this is Judith from Daysky Designs, also known as Daysky Sister on my YouTube channel. I will be making a plushie today, a felt plushie. It's my first one, and my theme is Christmas, and it's a collaboration with some other YouTubers here on YouTube. You're also going to need, of course, fluff to stuff your felt fluffies, and you're going to need a little pink and a little blue. You're going to need a little black. You're not going to need a whole lot of these colors. You're going to need red, forest green, bright yellow, kind of a golden, and this is not white. This is a peach color or a beige for the skin. You could make almost any colors and design you want for this, but I will put up a template on my blog, and you'll see it in the link below. And this is what I cut out from the felt pattern. Okay, now we're going to sew on the little eyes, and you're just going to need to cut little black felt circles and sew it onto the eyes. The lips on, so they're right where I want them. Okay, next we want to sew on the eyes. So you're going to get your light blue thread and needle. I'm going to have just a bit of a gap. Oop, not too much, because her hair is going to come down this way. Just want to make sure embroidery needle, and I'm going to show you a little embroidery. Now, what I want to do is just outline the eye. So I'm going to go right beside the blue. Oh, I don't want it to be too thick. And then I'm going to go like so. Excuse me. I go back into this stitch right in the front, and then you're going to skip over across. It's called a running stitch, I believe. But what I'm doing is I'm going to create like an outline. Okay, next you're going to want to sew the head together, so you're going to get your beige, light beige thread and start. I don't want to, yeah, you want to start here. Whoops. Because my knot was kind of skinny. That's okay, because what we'll do is we're going to do the blanket stitch. And if you don't know how to do that, this is how you do it. Through, pull, and catch your thread. Tweak. And you want to have nice even stitches. Oops. Now see, I pulled too hard. What you can do is go back and catch that thread that you missed. If you don't get it caught up on your stuff here. It's such an odd angle for me. Okay. To be careful, sometimes it tangles. Okay, you're going to want to stuff the head. Okay, we'll get this out of the way. And stuffing, you don't want to use a whole lot for the head. Little stuff. And then we're going to do the hair. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to sew around like a wig. Put a thread there. Okay. Pencil out of the way. I want to start at the very bottom, but I want to go through here so I can hide my knot. Push it in. And then catch. catch. Or boom. Okay, as you get around to the corner here, we're going to want to fell stitch this. Put the head back on. Fit it on like a little wig. I'm sorry, it's not fell stitching, is it? Yeah, it is. It reminds me of hemming. I used to hem for my mother. Okay. I didn't like it, and I don't think she liked it either, because I did it a lot. Alright, now I want to catch the head as we go around. Alright, so you're going straight, right where you came in. Straight up, catching, going through, coming up over. Be careful not to catch your thread though. You're not wanting to catch, you're not blanket stitching. I guess it's considered felt. So I made a mistake and I forgot to sew in the tab. But here's a little cheat that I learned. And you fold your ribbon in half, and then you fold this up, and then you stitch this together just a little bit just to keep it in place. What the? Oh, because you're just going to sew it right on to the back. Okay, make sure you center it. Hold in place. And sew in. And back through into your thread again. I mean, into your ribbon. It's good and tight. Looks alright. Now I want to sew on her halo. It's getting harder because it's kind of a big piece for my camera. Okay, next we want to do the little book and hands. You can see I finished the little halo. I sewed around it. I also did a little blanket stitching on the outside edge because it's only a single piece. And for the little book, I put a little binding strip in the middle, and I put little pages. Now you can see there's a little bit of knots here, but that's alright. We're going to sew this down, so that's not going to matter. But this part is important. We want to sew the little hands on that she's holding her little book, but like okay, so. I finished sewing the hands on, and I want to show you how to do this little bulge. And as you notice, we have pages in here, and that's kind of to hide your stitches. See? But I also sewed the pages down, so I will show you how to do that in a second here. And I sewed down the hand, except for this little edge here. Now what I'm going to do is take the tiniest bit of fluff, I mean just teeny tiny, and just kind of roll it in your fingers to make it. You could also probably, and maybe I should have done this, is just cut a little piece of felt to put inside, but there, see? And I want to shove it in between the book and the hand. So, see, it's in there. Kind of gives it definition, I guess the word would be. And so then we want to just sew this on there. We got the hand stitched on. Next we're going to do the body. Okay, next we need to sew the sleeves on. And you're going to sew on the inside, not the outside. And see how I positioned the book? I'm just going to remove it. I just wanted to show you that. Doop. And so you're going to start at the top. And you want to work your way down. So you get to the top of the cuff of the sleeve. But then what you're going to do is position. Of course, I want to sew the other side too first before I do all the sewing down of this. But I want to pin this down to her dress, and then sew right across here on the sleeve to sew down the hands. See? And then I will pin this down probably with a little green so it looks like she's singing, but you can't see a lot of threads. See? Okay, now we're going to want to put the white collar on. Here's a little white collar. Head on, like so. See, isn't she cute? And I want to put her little medallion on there. So let me finish off this white. So now I'm doing the bottom fur piece of her dress. And as you see, there's no feet, because her dress is so long it covers her feet. So this next part, I already stuffed one wing and sewed it on. And one of the things you want to do before you sew them on is you want to fold this and make sure you have a little space between. Okay, and so what we want to do is stuff this now. So now we have it sewn up, ready to go. You want to match, right? And see, now you didn't have to rethread because you just finished that one side. You just sew it on. Boop. Sew it right to the back of the dress. So what we're going to do next is sew the head, the body onto the head, or the head onto the body. And what I did is I went through the back and came through the front. So I make sure that the fluff, get out of here. So I'm going to make sure that the two are joined right at the corner, because I don't want it. This is difficult. I'm thinking of pinning it. I think I will. I'll give you an example of why pins are awesome. So I'm going to put a little pin there. I'll hold my little head in place while I sew the front. Yeah, you always got to be careful not to poke yourself. But like I said, I went through the back. Now what I want to do is start sewing it. Well, I'm probably going to unpin it in the middle when I get to the middle, because it looks like it's going to be messed up if I don't. Oh, come on. Her hair. That's like, what, third time I did that. So I'm going to go in her neck, up through the material. And not catch her hair. In her neck, and up through the material. This actually is pretty sturdy. And a good way to measure if you're lined up is through the lips and the... Now, let's match up the back to the front again. Make sure everything's aligned before we start our red. Get that little knot in the back. Now when I catch this red, don't know if you can see it. See, I came through the middle, shove that little knot in. I'm catching the red in the front, but not the white, because I don't want that red to show. I'm just doing like a little fell stitch there. Into the red, through the other red. And little stitches in there just to keep it nice and secure. Alright, now it won't move around. Flip it over. Excuse me, I got a little froggy. Go through here, come up through the neck. Oop. Don't pull too tightly. And here we go. Across the neck to the other side. Okay, we've got the neck on, and all we want to do is we're going to blanket stitch the sleeves till we get to the bottom here, and then I'm going to stuff the sleeves. Okay, so I finished sewing all the way around, and I wanted to show you that I sewed the bottom up, but I didn't sew the white yet. I'm going to sew the white down after I'm done stuffing, because I want to see how it looks. It's getting exciting towards the end of it here. So now we have a completed project of my little angel. And I think she turned out really pretty and really cute. And I'll turn her around so you can see what she looks from the back. Okay, well, thank you for watching my first tutorial, and let me know in the comments what you think, how I can improve, and maybe even some tips and tricks that you know about that I don't. And thank you very much. You have a great day.